Oh, hey, when did you get here? Good morning, friends, family, countrymen, countrywomen, and country non-binary gender fluid folks. Wow, it's Tuesday morning, and you know what time it is, man. It's time for a big old fat, obese morning coffee cheers. Coffee cheers to all you guys drinking from the official Morning Coffee Fam coffee mug. You have tuned your dial into the home of Malan Anthony Darras, the son of Charlie Apollon Darras, and his wife, and my mother, Deborah. Used to be Debbie, now it's Deborah. Get it straight. Younger brother of Jeremy, older brother of Benjamin, Rachel, and Zach. Father of squirrels, feeder of birds, chaser of lizards, player of guitars, runner of campaigns, creator of songs, liver of madness, liver of liver, eater of liver, straight out of Ada, Oklahoma, by way of Allen, Oklahoma, by way of Bean, Oklahoma, by way of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hanging out in the Hollywood Hills with a batch of squirrels. And let's talk. Let's see who's here. We've got Liz in the house from Dallas. What's up, Liz? Good to see you, dear. Liz is an old friend of mine. Kim, first comment as always. We've got August. We've got Pants in the house. Billy Bell is here. Thank you for the pictures. I sent those to my family, and they are amazing. Jean's in the house. Mickey Solo's here. Everyone's posting squirrels and coffee. I love it. A few days ago, I realized that someone in my backyard, I think Fat Mama Squirrel, has been busy on the sly, because today I noticed a baby squirrel. Not today, a couple days ago, maybe yesterday, day before. I saw a little squirrel that was a baby. I mean, it's grown, it's maybe a month old, 3 weeks, tiny compared to the others. And I thought, oh my goodness, there's a little baby squirrel. It just made my day. And then another one plopped out of the tree. And then another one, and there were 3. And then today I was posting on Instagram in my stories, I was filming the squirrels, and I was posting how excited I was to see 3 new child. They're not babies, but they're like 10-year-olds, 8-year-olds, kids. And I was posting about my excitement of finding 3 new babies back there, and then all of a sudden on camera, 5 appeared. So someone's already given birth to 5 babies. And we have a very pregnant mama. Excuse me. Oh, this is not good ASMR. We have a very pregnant mama who has 5 more in her tummy. So I'm about to have, I would estimate, somewhere between 10 and 20 squirrels in the backyard. Man, they must have passed the word around like, there's food. He's nice to us. It's pretty safe. He doesn't seem to want to kill us. August says, congratulations on the squirrel babies. You're officially a grandpa. Yeah, I used to call myself food daddy because I always gave him food. And I'm definitely now, Charlie is the dad, which is my dad's name. So I named the dad Charlie. He had babies already. So I'm already a grandfather of squirrels. And now they're having babies. So I'm actually a great grandfather, a squirrel great grandfather. Cheers to that. I love it. Shout out to Mama, who sent me a bag of birdseed last April. At the end of 2020 April, she sent me that 20-pound bag of Critter Crunch. And I thought, oh, Mom, what does she think? I'm going to feed these animals? What am I going to do with this? Changed my life. Got me through the pandemic, and now it's still going. And someone just posted in the comments of an old video, I think it was Billy Bell, she said that she just bought a big bag of birdseed and started feeding the birds in her backyard. Some blue jays showed up. I'm telling you, it's the best money you'll spend. A 20-pound bag of birdseed's like 20 bucks. There's no higher return on investment than that. So good to see you on a Tuesday broadcast. Yesterday I couldn't broadcast. Thanks for understanding. I got a lot of messages, teardrops falling out of eyes, and where you at, and where's the morning coffee show? You know, our crowd isn't huge, but you guys are sure hungry, and I love it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Sometimes life occurs, you know what I mean? This capo sucks. It won't quite work on this guitar. The E string, it won't hold it down. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. My jaw keeps popping. If you ever see me do this, I'm not on meth. I'm not a speedhead. I have my jaw has been popping for a few years now. I need to go get it fixed. So it's become like a habit, like cracking your knuckles. I go like that. Looks like a meth. You know, if people were to not know who I was and see me on the street going, they'd be like, oh, he's on speed, man. That guy's on big time speed. Not today, Satan. That's probably the drug with the least return on investment is meth. Crank, they used to call it when I was a kid. One of the worst feelings in the world. It's fun for about a minute. And then it's just hell on earth. But hey, it was worth a try. What else are you going to do in Ada, Oklahoma? In Ada, Oklahoma, the stuff to do back then was like, well, you want to go break some windows, throw stuff off a bridge, you know, like Tommy Boy, I think was that quote from him. You can go smash some stuff, maybe steal some things, go down to the local Army Navy store, surplus store, and steal some butterfly knives and those triple prong frog stickers. Like that was all there was. Go find a train track to walk along. And when I go home for the holidays, it's still about the same. What do you want to do? I don't know. You want to eat at Chili's and get drunk, throw stuff off a bridge, you know. But the older I get, the more I appreciate that. I ventured out into Studio City, Ventura Boulevard for the first time since the pandemic hit. I took off, went to the boulevard, parked my car at a meter, and just walked around and checked out how things are going, and things are looking pretty good, man. They're slowly opening things back up, and it's about time. They need to reopen things immediately, probably. It's tough to say. Texas and Florida are a case study. Unless things go haywire there, it's an example that the whole country should open up. But, you know, better safe than sorry. So I was walking around, and for the first time since the pandemic hit, well, maybe like I went into a store a couple of times last year, but this is the first time this year for sure. I went into an antique shop. This place I used to go all the time. Really great, old stuff, just junk everywhere. Everybody wore a mask. Everybody was courteous about keeping a distance. You know, if you cross paths with people, you both stopped and everyone was like, go ahead, no big deal, no big deal. It was no big deal. There was no commotion, no one threw a fit. They had hand sanitizer on the way in and they had it on the way out so you could clean yourself up as you go in and out. It was great. I did that to kind of break the bubble mentally because I think I suffered immensely when it first kicked off, the lockdowns. I was under the belief that we were possibly all going to die. And I put a mask around my face when I took out the trash. I thought maybe it was in the air and we're all going to die. But now we know that's not the case at all. Way less deadly, way less dangerous. Still terrible, but way less terrible. And I think I needed to have a mental breakthrough and just go in a store, be around some people. Everybody's masked up. You feel good. You look terrible, but you feel good. And it was fine. It was fine. I got out of the house. I walked around for an hour or so. It was beautiful, sunny, 85. Got a sunburn, a little bit of red on my shoulders, on my chest and face. It was great. Cruised back home and had a new outlook on life. It's that simple. It's crazy what happens when you're in your house for too long. Boy, we could do an episode on what happens when you stay in your house too long. Let's see what you guys are saying. Morning coffee, everyone. I love it. You guys are so cool to each other. What's really cool is when I show up and you guys are already talking in the comments like, hey, what's up, August? Hey, what's going on, Liz? And talking. That's pretty cool. We got Sacred Beats in the house. Says, what's up, product promoters? Cali is dope. I've only been there once. Weather and mountains are tight. Yeah, the weather is insane. It's beautiful here. And the last couple of days, yesterday, the day before, it was just unbelievable. It was a reminder. Because in the winter, it does get cold. It doesn't get cold like Texas or Oklahoma or Chicago or something, but temperatures drop and it's kind of cold. And then right now, the temperature is about 80, sunny, breeze blowing. Man, it's just unbelievably beautiful. Looks pretty miserable out there today, though. It's gray, a little bit of rain. But yeah, man, California is a fun place to be. I think everyone should come check it out at least once. I had never been here much before I moved here. It was one of those mythical places. And I remember getting off the plane and driving around and seeing all the palm trees, and I just thought, so you can just fly here and move here? Like, oh, it's not just on the TV. You can fly here and move here. And it's like moving into your television because you run into all your favorite stars and musicians and actors. They're everywhere. And for every complaint you might have about like too many people or traffic, there's 10 upsides as opposed to living in like a small town in Oklahoma. The joke I always tell is there's no traffic in, like Tulsa, Oklahoma doesn't have any traffic compared to LA. It's nothing. Doesn't exist. But there's nowhere to go. So you can drive places easily, but there's nowhere to really go. In LA, everything you could possibly want to do is here, but you can't get there. It's hilarious. Sacred Beat says, well, a laboratory-made virus could be very dangerous, and that could have been COVID or could happen any day. Yeah, that's right. They could, they're saying now, they're still trying to figure out whether it jumped from a lab or was leaked from a lab or accidentally or on purpose. Who the hell knows? And it's funny how it's been politicized so much that even if you even say that it might have been from a lab, people accuse you of being QAnon or something like that. It's like, no one knows. No one knows where it came. There is no definitive fact on where this came from yet. It is just as likely that it was an actual weapon than it was that it jumped from a bat or was an accident. No one knows. No one knows yet. That's why I had this funny thought that the new IQ test should be how quickly you respond to news articles, news stories. If you respond to a news article the same day that it comes out, you would be at the lowest level of intelligence because you don't understand how information works. Because it takes about a year or so to get a real information about a story. It takes about a year for all the facts to come out. There's a couple big examples from the last few years where they had it completely wrong. Everyone got offended and all jacked up about it, and then it turned out the opposite was true. So if you respond to a news article the day of the news article, you're at the lowest level of intelligence, a buffoon. You should be removed from social media. You're part of the problem. If you wait a couple of days, you're at like grade school level intelligence. If you wait a month, you're like a freshman in high school level intelligence, educated-wise. Although I did know some really dumb freshmen in high school. And if you wait a year, that's pretty good. That's pretty smart. But if you wait like 30 years or 40 years, you're a genius. Why? Because that's how long it takes for any real information to come out. As we've talked about here before, they still don't know exactly who killed or what happened with JFK and all this stuff. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Robert Kennedy. They don't know. No one's really positive. They don't know who killed Tupac and Biggie. This stuff takes a long time for those real stories to come out. Like 50 years for people to get old enough to kind of start to, their health fails and they start to admit things and tell the truth. Anyway, I'm rambling. But so yeah, if you watch the news and then you tweet about a story that just came out and you're either offended or excited or whatever, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because what happens is the story gets updated and fixed later, but everyone's already moved on and it's too late. It's a joke. The news is a joke. If you watch it, you are lost. Read books. Read about musicians. Read about art. Read about creativity. That's where it's at. My opinion. Liam says, good morning, sir. Good morning, Malan. Glad to finally get into Mad Society. I'll be making my introduction post later today. That's cool. Yeah, welcome to the forum, Liam. Liam hit me up over the weekend or so, maybe yesterday. And we are going to try to help him all we can in Mad Society to figure out how to pay for traffic and earn more than you spend. And boy, is it a wild ride. And I told him in the email, I said, this isn't, Mad Society is not some, you're not going to log in and find some copy and paste system for easy online profits. If you can check your email, you can do, it's not, that's not what it is. It's a ton of work. And if you don't have the skills to pay the bills, meaning graphic design and all that, I don't know. It's going to be a hard road for you. A big learning curve, but he already has those skills to pay the bills, so should be just ironing out the details, finding a great product to promote. August says, welcome, Liam. Glad to have you in the Mad Society family and good luck on your journey. That's right. Eric Akori, what's up, dude? Says, that's the internet, bruh. Yeah, the internet's a mess. Remember the good old days when you had to be smart enough to set up a blog? You had to be like interested in the internet enough to set up a blog to share your opinion. In my opinion, the end of the internet was like when they opened up to the general public a way to make a status update with no technical interest or expertise. That's when it all fell apart. Because now you have every person in the world has a box and a button they can push and dump all of the thoughts in their mind. It is revealing, though. I will tell you that. It is nice to see what's going on in some people's minds. The craziness. Kind of they expose themselves without realizing it, that they're insane. All you have to do is look at their social media and go, holy shit. This person is unbalanced. Should be on medication. Thanks for the warm welcome, everyone. See y'all in there later. Yeah, I'll be in there later. Bolo's in the house. What's up, man? Let's check a few things, then we'll get into what you guys are up to. All right, I'm in a battle with a campaign right now. I'm working on a country record, Southern rock country record, battling affiliate campaigns, live streaming on YouTube every morning, well, most mornings, and trying to do the best I can. This morning I woke up with Murder on My Mind. Been listening to YMW Melly. It's such a great song, but it's so scary and crazy when you realize that He actually did kill his friends, allegedly. I believe he's in prison right now. But the song is so catchy and great. I still listen to it. I remember hearing it for the first time going, wow, this kid's gonna take over the world. And he was in prison like a year later. Hey Malan, do you think 2007 to 2012 was the perfect time to become a millionaire in affiliate marketing? No, today is. And I'll tell you this, when you've been around a while, when I came into the game in 08, everyone was saying 2001 to 2006 was the glory days and it was over. That will happen forever. Affiliate marketing is not dead, it's never died, it's never gonna die. And if you think it's died, that's just because it's not working for you. That's what happens. People fail at affiliate marketing, and their rationalization is that the industry is dead, which is not the case. It just means they're no longer able to do it. So they move on to something else and make them feel better. They say it doesn't work. That's been happening since I came into the game. In fact, I had one of my biggest months last year. And this year I hope to beat that one at some point. So those kind of questions are silly to me. I understand where you're coming from, but what they are is an excuse for failure. That's the way I see it. There are more opportunities now than there ever have been. It's easier now, especially to create your own product. People are doing millions of dollars a month on Instagram, selling garbage from Alibaba that you can buy for pennies, and they're selling them for 50%. This is the game that I do with, this is what I tell everyone. My mom likes to buy, like she sends me things, she'll post it on Facebook and I'll go, wait a minute, don't buy that, don't buy that. Let me click it and I'll go check it out. And it's one of these drop shipped from Alibaba or China products that looks really cool in an advertisement. And they have the retail price, let's say it's like a light that goes inside your house, looks really cool, it changes colors and projects like the universe on your ceiling. They'll say the retail price, and I can tell straight away if it's an affiliate landing page or not, or if it's BS or not. I'll say, don't buy that yet, let me check it out. I'll go look at it. It's obvious that it's an affiliate crap e-commerce campaign. And the retail price is listed for like $160, but it's 90% off. So you can now get it for, or it's 50% off. So instead of $160, you can get it for $80, but there's a countdown clock going, but you're running out of time. The general public sees that and they go, oh my goodness, I could save half on that and it's running out of time. You'll buy it. You'll buy it straight away. That's that old home shopping network, QVC crap. It's mind control. Put a countdown clock on something and people think they have to buy it. It's limited time only. We've all fallen for it. But what I'll do is I'll take the name of the product, and I know what it looks like now, and I'll go to Alibaba.com and I'll type in just the name of the product, and 9 times out of 10 I'll find it there. And if it's retailed for $160 and they're selling it for $80, I find it on Alibaba for like $1.45. So what they're doing is buying it in bulk from China. They're getting them, they're probably housing them. They could be putting them in a garage if it's a home-based worker, or they may have a warehouse full of these things. And they're lying to you and saying the retail price is $160, but if you buy it today, you can get it for $80, without you realizing that you could go on Alibaba and pay full price for one. You won't get the quantity discount, but even if you just buy one, you can get it for like $14. So pro tip, if you're not web savvy, any advertisement you see online, don't click it, don't buy it. 9 times out of 10, you'll do much better like going to a store and buying it. You'll get a better product. One of the products that she bought recently were some backyard fluorescent torches with like flames in the bulbs that looked really cool. And of course, it turned out what she received were just some bulbs. There were no posts, there was nothing else. It was just 4 light bulbs, and the price was hefty. So you got to learn from those kind of things. Because what internet marketers do, what all marketers do, is we interrupt you. It's called interruption marketing. You think you're logging on Facebook to check to see if you have any messages. Next thing you know, you're signing up for diet pills. And then they arrive and you're like, when did I even buy these? And then the next month more come. And you're like, wait a minute, why am I getting more? And then you realize you've been had. But I will say this, as far as affiliate marketing, is it over? No, it's bigger now than ever. Now is the best time in the history of the world, now is the best time to do it. So if you're struggling with it, and if you've failed at it, that's on you. It's not on the industry. That's just my 2 cents. But I think it's bigger now than ever. I believe the general public are now more awake about these things nowadays. What's your intake? More awake about what things? Because I think the general public has gotten dumber. Because we have, the internet is this amazing learning. It's a tool for learning and for creating. And if you use it that way, you can learn, you can teach yourself everything. And you can create anything. But the general public uses it like the general public uses everything, in the dumbest way possible. They use it to post news articles about things they hate and to fight with people. If that's the way you use the internet, you shouldn't be on the internet. Or we need to have 2 internets. I would love to have 2 internets. One for people who want to create things and learn about things and become smarter people. And then another one for the people who are the general public who want to argue about politics. The lowest brow conversation you can have. If you use the internet to fight with people, that in my world, that puts you in the bottom level of human intelligence. Because you don't realize you could be using that same time to use this technology to create a better future for yourself and for other people. You can teach yourself other languages. You can teach yourself how to play the guitar. You can teach yourself how to create a banner ad. You can teach yourself how to make... Everything I know, I learned from the internet. I learned nothing in high school. My parents taught me 0 things, other than my dad taught me about music and my mom taught me about acceptance and loving and everyone's equal. Those kind of things they taught us. Every skill I have, other than music, that was pre-internet. But since getting on I learned to shave on the internet. I learned to work out. Well, I learned to work out with a personal trainer. But the workout I ended up doing, lean gains, I found it on the internet. I learned how to eat nutrition on the internet. I learned how to do just about everything I know how to do. And if I have any questions about anything, I ask the internet and it teaches me. That's what it's for. There's 2 sides to the internet. People who create things and learn things, and then people who consume things. You want to be on the people who create things. You don't want to be a consumer, ever, on the internet. Because if all you use the internet for is to consume things, right now, the massive funnel of information coming at you is, number one, most of it is fake, trying to get you to click a headline. It makes you feel bad, and it makes you angry. You're literally ruining your own life if that's the way you use the internet. So the choice is yours. Do you want to go left? Well, let's not even say left or right, or people go crazy. Do you want to go this way or that way? This way, you can create things. You can make money. You can learn how to do different things. You can learn about other cultures. You can meet some of the most fascinating people in the world, like we do here, and have excellent discussions. You can learn to do anything, improve your life, how to build a garden, how to fix your garage door opener, everything. Or over here, you just consume it. You're basically a couch potato, consuming, watching TV and stuffing food in your mouth. Choice is yours, man. I've been in the best mood lately. And today I posted a quote that I want to share by Malcolm X. And what I want you to do is, if you have a preconceived notion of Malcolm X, you're either for or against, or whatever your personal opinion is, it does not matter. Let that go. This quote is what it is. This is what it is. He said, I think this is what he says. You know, internet quotes, you never know for sure. It says, I'm a man who believes that I died 20 years ago, and I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything. And this morning when I saw that, I went, it was actually in a song. I was listening to a hip hop playlist, and I think it was Skepta had a song, and it started with that quote. And I went, what the hell? And I typed it into Google. It was Malcolm X, and I was like, oh, wow. That's the way that I feel, except I don't feel like I died 20 years ago yet. In my world, I died at the age of 34 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I died there. I literally almost died about 24 times, but I feel like I died there. And I went to heaven, or the afterlife, which is when I came here. And the last 13 years have been what I call the afterlife. And in this part of my life, I'm not the same kind of man that I was before. I've totally transformed myself. And I don't worry about what people think about me at all anymore. I don't worry about if I don't make it in the music industry, I'm going to shoot myself. I don't have any big things like that anymore. I don't care what people think about. I especially don't care about what anyone thinks about me. Even my personal friends. I've lost interest in anything or anyone that tries to hold me back. I don't have that thing anymore that's like, well, maybe I should. Is acquiesce a word? Maybe I should give in a little bit here. No, I won't. The way that I see it, at the end of the day, I died at the age of 34. Literally died. And I woke up here, and I've been here ever since. And it's like a different lifetime. So that quote again was so good. Malcolm X said, I'm a man who believes that I died 20 years ago, and I live like a man who is dead already. I have no fear whatsoever of anybody or anything. And that's a thought for the day, Jack. If you can live like that, oh my God. Because everyone's afraid. Most people live in fear. What is that quote? There's another quote that says, like, most men live their lives in quiet desperation. It's true. Most men, women, and everything in between. Most human beings live in fear, in quiet desperation. And they have to like fine-tune what they say to try to fit in, to make friends and all that. We all go through that. I went through that for my first 34 years. And for the last 13, I could give a shit. My great friends are always going to be my great friends. And they understand me. They allow me to be me. That unconditional love thing. Even if we disagree. Even if I think whatever you're doing is wrong or whatever, I still love my friends. Even if we disagree politically or musically, like we're arguing over who's better, Tupac or Biggie, and we're all fighting and arguing who's better, Hank Williams Jr. or Hank Williams Sr., whatever the argument is. At the end of the day, a true friend, you still love each other. It's called acceptance, kindness, and compassion in a true way. In fact, you don't get to call yourself compassionate and kind if you're constantly railing against anyone who disagrees with you. So, I wish a great death to all of you. A death of the old you and a birth of the new you. Sometimes, you would talk about rock bottom. My God, I bottomed out in Tulsa, Oklahoma for sure. What am I railing about? I'm in a mood. We missed a stream yesterday, so I've got a lot of stuff to say. August says, I believe the general public are now more aware about online marketing and drop shipping. Nah, they never will catch on. The general public is way dumber than you think. That was a lesson that I was using a tracking system called Tracking 202. Still is free. It doesn't get updated hardly at all anymore. Might be called Prosper 202, but it was the only tracker back then. And one of the things it allowed you to do was see the search terms, the keywords that people used in their Google search to find your page. It would show you the phrase they typed into the search engine. And when you start seeing thousands and tens of thousands of those phrases, you start to realize, man, you start to realize how dumb the general public really is. And I hate to say it like that. It sounds terrible. But I'm talking about hard data. What I was reading was like, man, really? It's scary. I blame the system. I blame education, the public education system. Like it seems like our system is set up to specialize in making, you know, factory workers, basically. And they don't need to know anything, just how to, you know, hammer the nail into this thing or screw the widget, put the screw in the side, the next one comes and all that. Woo, I don't know what that was. You hear that? Big loud boom. But I have faith that people will get smarter and smarter as we go. I'm an idiot too. Like I'm no genius. I almost well, won't even get into that. I was going to get into how dumb I really am. All right, let's see what you guys are talking about. See if we can pop a new topic. From Subway to success. Yeah, man, it was even, my first job wasn't Subway. My first job that was my first job in Dallas, Texas. But my first job ever was, well, I worked at a Montessori school. I got hooked up with a decent job. A friend of the family gave me to keep me out of trouble after school. Played with kids at a Montessori school. It was the best job ever. But my first job I got on my own was at a restaurant called Dana's Trails Inn Restaurant. It was at the Trails Inn Motel in Ada, Oklahoma. And I was the dishwasher. A friend of mine was the cook. And he didn't know how to cook at all. He just was the cook. But he got me a job, minimum wage. And first day on the job, this is a true story. Ada, Oklahoma, Trails Inn Motel. And they had a little restaurant, just a dump, total dump. I mean, if whoever ate there probably got sick and died. You know, bugs, roaches, all that. The manager was on speed. He used to leave like aluminum foil around the kitchen, and we're pretty sure he was living there. But when I came in to start my first day, there were two waitresses, and they were straight out of a movie. Like if you think of a small town restaurant movie, you know, like Mel's Diner, that sitcom that was on in the 70s. They were straight out of that. You know, missing a couple teeth, Ada, Oklahoma finest. You know, they were working at the Trails Inn Motel restaurant where I was working. I was 16, 17, you know, they were like 35. And I walked in the door and they were like, hey, it's the new guy. What's up, y'all? You know, and I was like, hey, what's happening? You know, I was like, hey, what's going on, y'all? I mean, I'm an Okie myself. And they said, well, what's your name? You're going to be working here. What's your name? And I said, well, my name's Malan. And they said, what? Waylon? I said, no, my name's Malan. And they said, Melvin? And I was like, no, Malan. They said, Wavelin? I'm like, Darren? I'm like, no, Malan. And they go, I'll tell you what. We're going to call you Bubba. And from that day forward, I was known as Bubba at the Dana's Trails Inn Motel restaurant in Ada, Oklahoma. And I was washing dishes, eating food off other people's plate because I was hungry. And it was the best, worst job ever. Dana's Trails Inn Restaurant, Ada, Oklahoma. What year would that have been? 1989, 1990 maybe? I don't know. Yeah, it's been a long ride, man. Looking back is hilarious. I'm a very thankful person, I'll tell you that, because it's couple left different turns and I would be mowing lawns, you know, walking, knocking doors going, hey, can I mow your lawn? I'll do it for 15 bucks, 20 bucks, please. I got a wife, 4 kids. I got fired from the gas station. And I always leave myself open to the possibility that I may end up there again. That's the great thing about growing up poor. Because if you grow up with nothing, and then let's say you get a good job and you make great money for a few years, and then you get fired, the business closes, and you lose everything, and your portfolio in the stock market goes bankrupt, and you go from being totally comfortable to totally broke, you know what to do. I know exactly what to do. I'll move into a roach-infested apartment, never use the electricity, find a couple roommates, and it's back to the ramen. I've done it before. Get out there and try to find a gig playing the guitar for 25 bucks. So growing up poor is a cheat code because they can't beat you. They can take all your money away. You may end up in jail or whatever. And you're like, well, at least there's food here. 3 squares a day, man. You know, I grew up in places way worse than jail. I've lived in houses that were worse than some jail cells I've been in. Let's see. You guys are talking about drop shipping. Lenny says you can learn to smash the like button. Yeah, hey, we don't have any likes. If you guys are watching the video and you're having any fun at all, give the video a like. How long have we been going? 43 minutes and I haven't mentioned the like. See, if I don't say it, you guys don't do it. So what do they say? Smash that like button. There goes one. Come on now. Let's see who's, there we go. I love this. I'm still mystified by the internet like I was when I first got online. Like to watch a like come, it's like, oh, wow. If I make a tweet, I go look at it like 4 times. I go, I can't believe this posted. This is so cool. August says, if you're dumb, Malan, you would be still working at Subway. Don't sell yourself short. Yeah, what I learned was, because I thought I was very dumb. Very, very dumb. I was, you know, according to my grades at school and according to everything the adults around me at school said, I was an idiot. Ne'er-do-well, loser, and that I always would be. And I failed every class in school because I stopped attending because I had no interest. And what that taught me was, you know, you have to juxtapose whatever the word is. You have to compare that with my school failure with my musical talent. Those two didn't make sense because if I'm such an idiot, how is it even possible that I'm able to play music like this at a young age? What does that mean? It means that I was interested in music, so I learned how to do it pretty good. I wasn't interested in school at all, so I failed. And that's the problem with school. First time I got on a computer, it made sense to me. I got really good at it, really fast. From touching a keyboard and getting online for the first time to having a job working in the industry was like 1 month. I got hired as a tech support guy / web designer. I could kind of do Photoshop, kind of make a website. Took a month and I got a job. It was a minimum wage, but I was in the game. I had a desk, I had a cup of coffee, and a desk chair and a computer monitor. And that was way better than sweeping floors and mopping at late night shifts at a gas station. And I did that for 10 years. And at the end of the 10 years, I was one of the most highly paid creative directors in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, Oklahoma for sure. So what does that mean? It means you may not, if you're failing in school, it may not be because your child or yourself is an idiot. It may be that they're not interested in school, and you need to find out what they're interested in. If they want to play guitar, let that be their focus, because you can't teach someone to want to do well at school. You can't teach it. Like my older brother and my sister did genius level grades in school, 4.0 average everywhere, college scholarships, all that stuff. I guess they were more interested in it. But it's one of those things, like, I would have rather had someone take me out of public school completely. Just send me to music school. If someone would have done that, I would have got straight A's. I would have gone to music college. I could have gotten a degree, what's it called? Where they pay your tuition. See, that's how dumb I am. I just said it. Scholarship. So if you're failing, it may not be because you're dumb. You may just be trying the wrong things. Find something that you don't have to really try to do, like Charles Bukowski says. What's up, Mike? He says the best thing about the internet is that anybody can be online. The worst thing about the internet is that anybody can be online, right? You guys are talking about Subway performers. I was talking about Subway sandwich shop. I would have rather been a Subway performer, but I was very happy to get a job at Subway. I was so happy that I had like tears in my eyes. I remember driving around so excited that it looked like I was going to get this job. You have no idea, man. Because for me to get any job at that time, it was a miracle. Because I was just always told that I was a loser, a bad person, a ne'er-do-well kid from a ne'er-do-well family and all this stuff. Never going to amount to nothing. But I got a job at Subway, and I remember feeling at Subway, making sandwiches in the line, you know, with customers coming in. And in my mind, I thought, well, I remember having this thought, man. I said, well, if nothing else, I'll always have this. Now I know how to make Subway sandwiches. And I thought that would honestly be an okay life for me. I was just glad to find something that someone would hire me for. Because I was in my mind unhireable. But to be honest, the boss, the guy that ran the place, that owned the place, was shocked at how smart I was. He offered me management positions many times, which I declined because I was working to be a singer. And he said, Malan, he said, you shouldn't be making sandwiches here. You should be managing this store. Then I would show you, I'd probably give you all 3 of my stores. And then after you get the hang of that, I'll teach you how to become a franchisee. He said, you could own your own Subway shops. He said, you need to, and he really, you know, I was like, really? He's like, yeah, you stand out, dude. You're not like the others, you know. Good dude. He was a good dude. August says customer service is the worst kind of job you can get. Yeah, but when you get some distance between yourself and the phone calls, it's hilarious when I think about it. I mean, you got to remember, I'm in rural Oklahoma. The company was based in a little bitty town called Tahlequah, maybe 5,000 people there. And most of our customers were from the surrounding areas, which, I mean, these were little towns of 20 people named like Butthole, Oklahoma, you know, or Chicken Hawk, Oklahoma, or something like that. And so the calls we would get were literally, there was a guy that would call and go. He'd go, hello, can I help you? He'd go, turn my damn internet back on, you sons of bitches. And you'd go like, what? If you'd never encountered this guy before, you'd go, what? And he'd go, I know you guys turn that button. Every time I try to download that picture, y'all stop my internet. And you'd have to try to convince the guy, like, we don't have a button. There's no button. He goes, nah, bullshit. There's a button, and you better get that button, turn my internet back on. And you'd finally go, okay, yeah, we hit the button. Let me go ahead. Okay, we hit the button to turn it back on. You go, yep, there it was. All right, if you turn it off, I'm going to call back. So, okay, sir, I'll talk to you later. That happened all day long. And there's actually a new Netflix show I just started watching, and it's about IT. It's about an IT department. They do tech support for like a internet service provider. And it's from the UK. I can't remember the name of it. IT, it's kind of like The Office, but it's set, instead of a paper company, it's a tech support company. It's hilarious because everything they say, I've been through. It's real. Billy Bell says, I grew up poor and I know I can survive anywhere, but sometimes it's hard to find a reason to want to. Well, damn. I don't know what that means. What do you mean? Does that mean you don't want to survive? Or it just means you don't want to be poor again? Diligentius. Oh, and he changed his name to a more phonetically displayed name. It says Diligent Eus. I like it. Kim says, my teachers got pissed at me because they thought I was wasting my potential. I was more interested in learning to do stuff on the computer. Yeah, me too. What's up, Hygo? Mickey Solo says the show is called IT Crowd. Truth Spitting says, I'm Joe Biden and I forgot this message. Hygo says, we're 50 minutes in. Yeah, we're 50 minutes in. Hell, it's almost time to wrap up. If you guys are liking the video at all, if you're having coffee with me, give the video a like if you're new to the stream. Diligentius has coffee on deck. And we're just ranting and raving this morning, man. I'm in a fantastic mood. Don't ask me why. But I don't ask questions. If I'm in a good mood, I'm just in a good mood. Let's not question it. Because they don't always last. Pizza cheers. I feel like we definitely are going to need a Pizza Cheers shirt and a Squirrel Marketing iPhone case or something. We have come up with so many silly things in this stream. It's hilarious. It's weird how when you set up a live stream and you do it regularly, like it creates things. Mad Society was created from a Periscope stream. Pizza Church. What about the Pizza Church? Yeah, we have to form the church. We could really do that. It's not that hard. Pizza cult. Yeah, we could either start a church or a cult. Which one would you guys like to start, a church or a cult? Type a church or a cult. Roshni Gandhi's in the house, says, I just got here. Are my eyes playing tricks on me or did a squirrel make it onto your sofa? No, that was just a video I found. I posted it when I was going to bed. It looked like it was like a groundhog or a chinchilla or a, what do you call them, a mole or something, eating a banana on someone's couch. That wasn't my house. Sacred Beat says you're going to need a physical location for the pizza church. All right, we'll buy a church. Pizza church, asking for pizza money and selling pizza shirts. Yeah, we'll start the pizza church, and I'll tell you guys that I need 10% of your income for life, and you'll pay it. And I'll tell you that the money's going to be used for pizza for the church, whoever needs the pizza. So, you know, once every couple months, I'll buy someone a pizza. And the rest of the money goes in a bank account that's invested in index funds and real estate. And I'll become a billionaire, a trillionaire, just like real churches do. Because that is what they do. I'd rather give 10% of my income, put it in an envelope, and go hand it out to homeless people than to give it to some devil church that like takes the money, sticks it in a giant bank account, and then dances around and swims in gold and prostitutes and God knows what else they do behind the scenes. Where do you get great pizza in LA? I don't know. I'm not a pizza connoisseur. When I order pizza, I get it from either Papa John's or Domino's. Now, I've been to some good pizza spots in Hollywood. There was a place right by my house where they made it in front of you in a brick oven. But when I order at home, I'm simple, man. I'm like Leonard Skinner. I'm a simple man. August says a cult is better. Bolo says Cult of Personalities. That was a good song, Living Color. Rashna Gandhi says pizza church with pizza Oh my God. You just made my day. Thank you for the laugh. You see that laugh? That is, you don't get those. That takes your breath away. I have tears in my eyes. Because the first thing that I saw was a priest like baptizing someone in pizza on a t-shirt design. Any of you guys graphic designers? I know you are. I know you are. I may have to get involved on this one as well. I've been receiving designs from you guys. Recently, I think it was Sarab sent me some morning coffee posters, and the battery light just came on my phone, so it may have paused. But imagine a graphic. Any of you guys make graphics? Imagine a graphic of a priest with like some sort of pizza insignia on him, baptizing someone into a tub filled with pizza. Oh, a pizza baptism. And it'd be like either pizza marketing or pizza cult or pizza church. Oh my God. But it stems from a very real conversation. We were talking about how with affiliate marketing, it's better to set small goals. I don't know a single person who came in like, I'm gonna be a millionaire and I'm gonna drive a Ferrari. They all failed, they all disappear. The guys that stick around and that do actually do that are the guys that come in and go, I'm just trying to quit my job. If I could even just make, a couple grand a month somehow I could quit my job. I'll be broke, I'll be eating ramen, but I'm down for that. I'll take the trade-off. That's who does well here. And that turned into, I'm just trying to make pizza money. Pizza church with pizza baptisms. That is great. Thank you, Rashna Gandhi. That just made my day. Hygo says, I'm watching this live on a 2010 MacBook white 13-inch that I just resurrected with an SSD and RAM. Good times. Hey, man, that's great. If you can keep a laptop running for 11 years, that's the way to do it. I used to buy all the new Mac stuff when it came out. No more, man. I keep my stuff as long as I can until it breaks, and then I get something else. Oh, Mickey says, let's create a pizza coin. That'd be good. We could make a pizza coin and a pizza NFT. LCM says, I make pizza on top of pita bread. Yeah, that's actually good. I love pita bread, man. I don't eat bread much anymore, but pita bread is my jam. My God, it's good. Put some turkey in there and some avocados and jalapenos. Make the tea. Yeah, we're going to make the t-shirt. Pizza, holy water. Pizza sauce, holy water. Billy Bell says, I'm no longer poor, but lots of tragedy in my life. In the last 4 years, it's hard to find something to hold on to. Well, yeah, that's the trick. Making money doesn't solve any of your problems except for your money problems. And a lot of times when your money problems are solved, especially if you're retired and you don't work at all anymore, you have like a check coming in or investments or whatever, that's when all those other things kind of come up. Because you're no longer frantically worrying about going to work and I got to try to get a raise and I got to pay this electric bill and oh my God, the car payment's not going to be paid. What am I going to have to borrow something, sell something? Once you get rid of all those kind of problems, all the real problems in your life bubble up to the surface like, hello, you've been putting us off for decades and we're still here. It's like when you quit drinking. Problems don't go away. That's when you have to deal with them for the first time because you're no longer drinking them down with alcohol. And that's why, like, if I meet someone who's a year sober or 2 years, it's like, just hang on. Because until you get to like 5, 6, 7, 8 years, like that first 5 years, you're dealing with demons like you've never felt before. Maybe just first couple of years. Anyway, it's time to wrap up. Billy Bell, I hope you get feeling better. But I know your bloodline, and it's like mine. It is mine. And we are dark folks, naturally. So I wish you the best of luck dealing with this feeling. It's tough, but it's usually temporary. For me, I don't solve it. You can't cure it, but I keep it at bay with exercise, healthy eating. And those two things solve a lot of my problems. Work out. Feeling bad, go for a walk. If you can't work out, walk. Does definitely help me. Life is hard. Life is no joke. Life is suffering. And joy and happiness, enjoy it while it's there because it doesn't always stay. For an example, if you need a laugh, Kim just suggested we will baptize people with holy pasta sauce. I love that. Yeah, we could start selling holy pizza sauce. Want to join a cult and you like pizza? You would be on a monthly shipping deal for pizza sauce. It'd be $100 a bottle and you'd get one a month. We're really coming up with great ideas today. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Let's get out of here. If you've been watching for the whole stream or if you're watching the replay, do me a favor and drop a like on the video. Trying to get those likes and those views up. But, who cares in the long run? It's fun just with us. And I hope everyone has a great day. It's Tuesday. What are you going to do? Get outside. Go see what it's like to return to life among the living. Billy Bell says, thanks, I'll go feed some birds. That helps. I'm telling you right now, these squirrels bring joy to my life. More so than just about anything right now. And I feel like I'm helping them every day, every time I put food out there. The other day I didn't put food out immediately and Mama came back, big fat Mama, came back with what I thought was a stick. Then she was gnawing on it and I realized she had found a carcass and had taken a bone and was eating the marrow out of it. And I thought, okay, that's what happens when I don't give them any food. They have to go look for a carcass, which puts them at risk of being killed. So I brought her some food. And if nothing else, that helps me feel like I helped the world today. And that's how you make yourself happy, helping other people. It's the only way that I've ever found. It's a funny reverse trick. You're miserable, go help someone else. Go make someone else happy, and that will make you happy. Call someone today who you think might need some help. And when they ask you how you're doing, your job is to say, I'm fine. I just wanted to check in on you. I'm doing great. Thanks for talking. I'll talk to you later. Let them dump all their problems on you. Cheer them up. Do whatever you can. And it's not about you. It's about them. Try that. I think I learned that from the internet. Or AA, one of the two. Everybody have a great day. It's been a blast streaming with you this morning. GME has flatlined. AMC has flatlined. affiliate marketing campaign that I'm fighting with. Struggling, but we got a lot of day left. So we'll see how that goes. My little mobile campaign's doing great. High ROI. Need to get that volume up. And then I'm going to work on some country music and get this album ready for y'all. So thanks for tuning in. I have no idea what we talked about, but I love every one of you. Tune in next time, maybe tomorrow, probably tomorrow. And we'll all try to get a little bit happier. And we'll laugh. That's all this is. It's just try to be happy, laugh. No big deal. If you want to spread the laughter, like, comment, and subscribe. Tweet the video out. Facebook, share it, something. And I'll pay you in free pizza sauce. And as always, I will see all of you bright and early in the very near future. See you next time. Tammy, you were late. We'll catch you next time, guys.